An island that bends hurricanes, beaches that glow in the dark, underground rivers that vanish without a trace. Today, we're exploring 30 mind-blowing facts about Cuba's hidden geography that will change how you see the Caribbean. Fact 30. This island is longer than you think. Cuba stretches over 1,200 kilometers end to end. That's farther than London to Rome. On maps, it looks small. In reality, it's a horizontal giant stretching across the Caribbean. Cuba has rivers that disappear, falling into underground limestone tunnels. They flow through the cavernous world below, then reappear miles away. It's surface geography with a hidden second layer beneath your feet. Certain Cuban beaches light up blue after dark. Bioluminescent plankton react to movement. Every step triggers a glow. The ocean literally responds to you like it's alive. Cuba sits on a tectonic crossroads. The North American and Caribbean plates meet nearby. Pressure builds under the island. Earthquakes happen just quietly. Danger without drama. Tension without headlines. The Sierra Maestra doesn't rise smoothly. It ripples. Sharp ridges, sudden drops. From above, the land looks alive and restless. Cuba has deserts. Yes, deserts. The southeast receives shockingly little rain. Dry winds strip moisture away. Cactus replaces palms. Think Caribbean? Think again. Some Cuban valleys trap time. Vinales Valley has vertical limestone towers that block wind and storms. Microclimates form inside. Weather behaves differently just meters apart. The island bends hurricanes. Cuba's long shape disrupts storm circulation. Some hurricanes weaken mid-crossing, others suddenly intensify. The island doesn't just get hit, it interferes. There are sinkholes deep enough to swallow buildings. Called cenotes, they collapse without warning. Rain dissolves limestone from below. The ground simply gives up. Holes appear where streets once were. Cuba's north and south coasts don't match. The north is rocky and jagged. The south is smoother and swampy. Different ocean currents collide here. One island, two personalities. This island blocks oceans. Cuba acts like a natural wall between the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic. Ocean currents are forced around it, redirecting water thousands of miles away. This even affects the weather in Florida and the Caribbean. Cuba's location gives it influence far beyond its borders, shaping climates it never physically touches. It's geography that reaches out, silently shaping the seas. Some Cuban caves hide underground lakes. Fresh water floats on salt water below, forming distinct layers that never mix. Divers can see this clear boundary, a natural mirror stretching under the island. It's like looking at the ocean in two dimensions at once, salt below, fresh above. The caves are a reminder that the island has secret worlds below its surface, untouched and mysterious. Roads shape human flow. Along a highway, towns flourish. Away from it, villages shrink. Infrastructure shapes human movement, dictating where people live, work, and trade. Cuba's geography isn't just natural, it's man-made patterns layered on a living landscape. Cuba slowly slides east. The Caribbean plate moves constantly. Cuba drifts millimeters every year, almost imperceptibly. Tiny motion, huge geological consequences. Over centuries, coastlines shift, mountains rise, valleys deepen. Even when it seems still, Cuba is never truly at rest. Some forests grow on bare rock. No soil, no nutrients, just roots gripping limestone cracks. Yet life persists, stubborn and resilient. Cuba's forests are a testament to survival against the odds.
Fact 12. Rain falls sideways here. Trade winds race across the island non-stop. They gather warm moisture over the Atlantic like fuel, then collide with Cuba's mountain walls at full speed. Clouds don't float, they crash. Rain doesn't fall down, it slams sideways. Water hits trees like spray from a fire hose. Entire hillsides stay soaked for days without sunlight. Soil erodes, roots cling harder. Trees grow permanently bent in one direction. Branches twist like frozen motion blur. The wind doesn't just pass through, it literally signs its name on the land. Fact 11. Cuba's reefs are shockingly intact. Across the Caribbean, reefs collapsed fast. Overfishing, pollution, constant shipping traffic. But Cuba stayed quieter, slower, less industrial. Fewer chemicals washed into the sea. Fewer anchors scraped the ocean floor. So coral kept growing instead of dying. Reefs expanded outward like underwater cities. They break incoming waves before storms reach land. During hurricanes, reefs absorb the first hit. Energy disappears underwater. The island survives because the ocean takes the hit. Cuba wears living armor beneath the waves. Fact 10. This island shrinks and grows daily. At low tide, land silently appears. Mudflats stretch outward like slow lungs inhaling. At high tide, the ocean erases them again. Mangroves advance, then retreat, then return. Roots drown, adapt, strengthen. Entire ecosystems rise and vanish every few hours. Fishermen adjust routes daily. Animals move with invisible clocks. Shorelines shift by the hour. Maps freeze moments that no longer exist. Cuba's borders aren't fixed, they're constantly breathing. Fact 9. Cuba has forests that sound alive. Beneath the trees, limestone caves spread like veins. Wind drops inside and accelerates fast. Pressure builds. Sound multiplies. Natural tunnels turn air into music. Leaves vibrate without touching. Branches whistle like pipes. Rocks hum with low vibrations. At night, everything gets louder. No insects, no voices, just sound. The forest doesn't stay silent, it listens, then answers back. Fact 8. Some rivers flow backward. Strong ocean tides surge inland twice a day. Saltwater pushes upstream with authority. Freshwater slows, hesitates. For a moment, nothing moves. Then direction flips. Rivers retreat toward their source. Fish turn around instinctively. Plants either adapt or vanish. Gravity loses the argument. Freshwater obeys the ocean. Here, the sea makes the rules. Fact 7. Cuba's highest point isn't where you expect. Pico Torquino hides deep inside the island. No ocean views, no postcard cliffs, just thick jungle and steep isolation. Clouds cling to the slopes year-round. Humidity never leaves. Trails disappear into vegetation. Reaching the peak takes effort, not convenience. Few people ever see the summit. It doesn't want attention. This mountain doesn't perform. Geography chose secrecy over spectacle. Fact 6. The island amplifies heat. Dark limestone absorbs sunlight all day long. It stores heat like a charging battery. When night falls, it releases nothing. Humidity traps warmth near the ground. Sweat stops cooling the body. Air barely moves. Breathing feels heavier. Shade only delays the heat. Thermometers lie by omission. Numbers look normal, but the struggle never appears on maps.
Fact 5. Cuba is being eaten from the inside. Cuba isn't breaking apart from storms or waves. It's dissolving silently from below. Most of the island is built on soft limestone, the same rock that caves love. When rain falls here, it doesn't stay on the surface. It vanishes straight into the ground. Drop by drop, water eats the rock underground. No noise, no warning. Over decades, massive hollow chambers form beneath farms, towns, even roads. From above, everything looks normal. Below, empty space. Then one day, the ground gives up. A field collapses. A road splits open. A sinkhole swallows land that existed for centuries. Some Cuban caves stretch tens of kilometers, hidden like underground cities. Entire landscapes are floating on air. Cuba isn't eroding from the edges, it's being quietly erased from within. Fact 4. Invisible freshwater oceans beneath Cuba. Under Cuba lies something almost impossible: freshwater oceans buried underground. Massive aquifers stretch beneath the island for miles. Freshwater floats above trapped saltwater, separated by density. Two oceans stacked vertically, never fully mixing. Inside pitch-black caves, crystal-clear lakes sit untouched by sunlight. So clear, divers often lose depth perception. There's no surface ripple, no horizon. Swim a little too deep, and suddenly the water changes. Fresh becomes salt, vision blurs instantly. This invisible boundary is called a halocline, a liquid wall you can't see but can feel. Millions of Cubans depend on water they will never lay eyes on.
If these underground oceans collapse or contaminate, entire cities go dry. Cuba doesn't just live on water, it survives because of water hidden beneath it. Fact 3. The island that quietly controls Caribbean weather. Cuba doesn't just experience climate, it reshapes it. Warm Caribbean currents smash into the island's long coastline. They slow, split, redirect. This changes sea temperatures across the region, and that changes everything. Storms gain strength or weaken because of Cuba's position. Rainfall shifts hundreds of kilometers away. Hurricane paths bend subtly around it. Florida feels the effect. The Yucatan feels it. Even parts of Central America feel it. Cuba acts like a climate speed bump, controlling how energy moves through the Caribbean Sea. One island, one interruption, weather rewritten quietly. Cuba doesn't announce its power, it just adjusts the system. Fact 2. While islands shrink, Cuba grows. Most islands are losing land to the ocean. Cuba is doing the opposite. Coral reefs surround much of the coastline, acting like natural breakwaters. They trap sediment before waves can steal it. Behind them, mangrove forests grip the shoreline with living roots. Wave energy dies before it reaches land. Instead of erosion, something rare happens. Land slowly builds outward, centimeter by centimeter, year by year. Some beaches don't retreat, they migrate seaward. New ground forms quietly, layer by layer. While other islands disappear from maps, Cuba resists. The ocean pushes. Cuba pushes back. Fact 1. The geographic gatekeeper of the Americas. Cuba's true power isn't its size, it's where it sits, right at the collision point of major sea routes. Ships can't avoid it. Storms can't ignore it. Currents must bend around it. For centuries, global trade passed through Cuban waters. Empires fought to control it. Navies still watch it closely. Migration funnels through it. Military strategy depends on it. Weather systems respect it. Control this island, and you influence half a hemisphere. Cuba looks small on a map, but its position makes it one of the most strategic landmasses on Earth. Cuba isn't just an island, it's a pressure point where geology, climate, water, and power collide, and the planet quietly pushes back.